Hey. This isn't a fucking drift car, man.
So man,
where are we heading?
So we found an engine we're gonna go pick up later, but for now we're gonna go to Mazdatrix, which is Signal Hill, to pick up the rebuild parts, because we're building our own engine. No junkyard shit. We're gonna build a nice engine for it and make some power. And Mike's never been to Mazdatrix.
Yeah.
It's like his second time in California, so we're gonna go show him Mazdatrix.
And we're taking the van.
You!
You're driving. John's driving.
Yo, are you sure you want him to drive? I don't trust him, man.
Oh, dude, that headband's gonna be all stretched out.
See, you got a flathead back there, Mike?
No, it's got
we'll
a big
trade
ass,
you.
It's got a big ass exhaust leak on that header.
Hey man, we'll trade you some work on this.
Yeah. It's
For
got a crack.
some money on your budget. Let me know.
It's a crack.
Money in your budget?
We'll weld it.
Some work.
Yo, we'll fix your window too.
Really?
Yeah, we'll fix your window.
Yeah, it's all fucked up. Be easy on her. She a big girl.
Oh, we gotta test her out.
Does it do a burnout though?
No, it does not.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey.
No burnouts.
This isn't a fucking drift car, man.
We're gonna find out how low we can take Kyle's van today.
Dude, let's get some fuel, man.
Kyle, that's 4 days of fuel left, man. Trust me, I'm an expert at this. I bet we can go 2 miles and back with the same gas. Bet.
Hey,
Oh shit.
Alright, we made it. Still have gas, like I told you, but you didn't believe me.
We
Look,
actually have
check it
more
out.
gas.
Look, see?
Yeah.
So we're here in Signal Hill. We're about to go
Mazdatrix.
inside Mazdatrix to see if they got our parts ready. I've been trying to beat the shit out of it. Like, I redlined the fuck out of it.
They sell a lot of parts for Mazda RX-7, so if you go to Mazdatrix.com, you can order anything and everything. Gears, chains for the motor, housings, rotors, all that stuff. So this is a 10A. It was older, but it came in RX-2s, older cars back then. Had twin dizzies, so twin distributors. One for leading, one for trailing. Timing wise, has 2 gear right here. They'll spin these, and that's how it throws the spark for the spark plugs carbureted. So this motor was smaller than the one we're gonna use. If you get over here, this is a 10A. We're gonna be using a 13B. So the rotor is this size inside this housing right here. So the motor we'll be using will be this type of motor right here.
The same one that we put in K-Truck.
13B.
No, this is a turbo block.
Turbo. The way you can know is depending on the number of ports. 4 ports is usually a turbo block on the newer ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. The natural aspirated have 6, 2 on each front and rear plate. You know, they sell rotors, flywheels, mounts. So this is where we're going to be getting a lot of the parts for the motor rebuild itself. And this is the same type of motor we're going to be building for the truck. 13B semi-peripheral. So we're looking at 700 horsepower.
Yo, that's crazy. This is an RX-8 engine.
No, this one's the REW.
Well, this.
Yeah, that one's an RX-8 engine also.
RX-8 made 430 at. Hey, how much boost was this?
It says on there, it's 8 pounds, maybe?
This guy. Yeah, 8 pounds made 438, 435. So I mean, the high compression rotors help a lot, but you have to know what you're doing, because if not, you'll grenade the engine.
Yeah. This is like the thing I love about rotaries and why you always see them fall a little behind, but then catch up and wind somebody in. As you see, like the horsepower just keeps on climbing. The higher you rev it, the more horsepower you get. Torque, same thing. Climb. This one's like a little rougher. We're gonna have ours cleaner, but you get the idea. Like torque is gonna be climbing along with the horsepower, and it doesn't drop off. So rotaries have no torque on the low end, but they gain it on the high end. So you know, you downshift, put in a higher gear, you got power right there. You know, if you race somebody at 2,000 RPMs, like yeah, you're not gonna have any power. But if you downshift it, have it $6 grand. You know, $6 grand, you're like 500, 700, like.
And the difference, like with the LS, how would the chart work?
So the LS is, the horsepower wise is kind of the same, but torque wise it starts high and then it drops off. especially with Brad's truck having a stock cam, his is gonna drop off really hard on the high end. Unless he gets a cam for that car, it's really not gonna. We really have nothing to worry about. We're gonna be pushing 700-800 horsepower.
Can you give me a rundown of what we got?
Yeah, so we came to get the rebuild part, so we're gonna put new bearings on the engine, oil control seals, that way it doesn't smoke, epic seal springs. Everything is Mazda OEM, so epic seal springs, inner and outers, because they have the small and the big ones. Side seal springs, brand new corner seal springs, and then the last is the actual like water seal kit. So water seals and the little seals for the tension bolts. So with this we can actually build the engine. And we got 3 premix bottles. When we go to put the oil into the gas for the almost like a 2-stroke stuff, we can know how much we're actually putting in, because if you overdo it, you can clog the injectors. If you don't do enough, you can actually run the engine dry, because the engine needs this to actually lubricate the cylinders.
So what are we looking at right here?
This right here is they lapped out the face of it, so you're taking a look at the inside of the motor. This is all the coolant passages inside this plate right here. Yeah, this is like a turbo plate from a 2nd generation. So this is the intake port. So with rotaries, they don't have cams. You know, you open this up or down or whatever, and you like put it where you want it, and that's like the cam of the rotary. That's you opening the intake port and closing it whenever you want.
So you're gonna port it like how you did.
He's gonna port it.
You're okay.
Yeah, I don't want to get my eyes and stuff. I like having nice eyes. You can get metal in your eyes, and then you have to pay $300.
Do you wear eye protection?
Yeah, but it still gets in there.
Okay.
Well, like another thing you haven't noticed is that so Mazdatrix is known for having all the good OEM parts, but if you look at the walls, the owner actually holds a lot of records at tracks, either for drag racing, which is that car, or time attack, which is all the cars on the walls, and that's all his track records on the wall. So he knows what the hell he was doing. Basically, he's pretty fast. As fast as old man I know.
What's this right here?
So that's the one rotary engine. Usually the other one's over here. So you have the intake port on this side. Intake goes in, same as that plate I showed you. So as the rotor rotates like this, the intake port is open over here.
That's why I stuff my candy in when I come here.
So the intake port is open, and as the motor spins, it's gonna reach to the point where it closes the intake opening, and then it starts the compressions. When it's on this side, that spark goes, and then it pushes the rotor, and then it goes towards the exhaust. Exhaust port opens, and then it just exits out, and as this is happening over here, you have intake, compression, the exhaust over here happening at the same time. So it just works with each other, not against each other like a piston.
So this is where you would go for your OEM parts. Talk to Jeff. Don't take his like smart responses as him being me. He's actually a really nice guy. Alright, let's go back.
Okay. When you say OEM, that's just like original.
Yeah, Mazda, basically they still make all these parts.
And
So there's companies that, I'm not gonna say who it is, but there's companies that make parts that are supposed to be OEM, and they're not, so they're not the same quality. So you put it in your engine, and you have half the lifespan basically like that.
Okay.
So it's better to spend the extra money on the OEM stuff.
Thank you guys
See you, Jeff.
for having us here. Appreciate it.
He didn't yell at us today. We're good.
Look at this.
Yo, you were supposed
We still have the same gas than when we left. See, no fave. So we got the parts, and now we have to eat lunch, and then go pick up the engine, because we can't work without food. Right, Mike?
Let's go.
Hey, get back in, man. He's got to put gas in the truck.
No, it's good. You good?
No.
Bro, you're good till Friday.